Hi, guys. This is the Unhinged Ginger podcast. That's right. This is the first episode of my newest podcast, the Unhinged Ginger. You guessed it. I am a redhead. I steal souls. And there's a lot of things in this world that just piss me off. Things that just grind my gears and just make me want to while out. And it's the Unhinged Ginger. Genetically inferior, loudly superior, empowered by sunburns and spite. You can find me on Spotify, Amazon Podcast, iHeart, YouTube, and Apple. This is my first episode. I tried doing some podcasts on some other topics. It just wasn't working for me. I needed to start doing something that was more uplifting and fun rather than just depressing things all the time. So I kept my True Crime with Tiff podcast, and now I'm doing the Unhinged Ginger. Which, if you know my personality, it should not surprise you I came up with this name. I had surgery a few weeks ago, and I'm laying in bed. I had nothing but time, and I thought to myself, why don't I just do a podcast about me complaining about shit or going off the rails? Because that's what I do anyway. And in my high school senior yearbook, we had class prophecies where they predicted what we'd be doing in 20 years. Well, this is my 20th high school anniversary since I graduated. And I opened up the book and it said, Tiffany will have a talk show. Now, this was way before podcasts were really a thing, going back to 2006. And I never thought I'd have a podcast. And I didn't really start thinking about having a podcast until about 2021. And here we are. I have my own talk show. Now I have two. It's going to be Unhinged. Now, there's going to be no specific theme, rhyme, or reason to these episodes. So whenever you tune in, it could be anything. It could be everything. You just never know what you're going to be in for, because I'm not going to do this in a way where I'm going to make sure I release one every single week. There could be 5 a week. There could be one a week. There could be 3 a month. It just depends on what I feel unhinged about. So I will always post it on my Facebook page, the Unhinged Ginger. Look for the redhead and green. I will always say when one's going to be announced. But things go on through my life throughout the day, as everybody. But I seem to be one of those people that if it's going to happen to somebody, it's going to happen to me. I don't know why I've been cursed with this. My friend Marcy is the exact same way, and it's always something, to the point where I'm really starting to think somebody put a curse on me. Because it's like, how? How can this many bad things happen to somebody? And it's like, okay, cool. I'm resilient. Not by choice. I don't have a choice. I do it out of survival and spite. So all these people that say, oh, you're so resilient, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. There's a lot of trauma behind that resilience that gave me thick skin. There's a lot of PTSD behind it. So just because I have resilience does not mean that my life is easy. If anything, it's hard. And I'm not saying anybody's lives are hard or easy. I'm not. Everybody faces struggles and battles. But there are just some things that it's just like, really, now what? Like there's this blue jay that sits outside my house and screams. Every time I hear this damn bird screaming, something bad happens. Now, I heard it 2 days ago. Today is August 24th. If something happens in the next day or two, I'm going to lose my shit. I love blue jays. They're my favorite bird besides an owl. But I'm really tired of hearing this mouth, and I'm really tired of something happening every time this bird screams. Now, my friends have witnessed this. They know what I'm talking about, and I'm over it. So what makes me unhinged? Let's get to know Tiff a little bit, because people know me as a food photographer, a social media marketer, an insurance agent, a radio sales girl, a podcaster, a true crime buff, but they don't know, well, if you follow me on social media, you know what makes me go unhinged. It's men. Men are number one on my list that makes me go off the rails. Their abuse, their cheating, their manipulation, their gaslighting, their narcissism, their stupidity, and just how they breathe sometimes. Like, I'm at this point afraid to ask somebody's favorite color because I'm going to end up having my life destroyed. I'm going to be questioning reality, or I'm going to end up an FBI agent. And I don't want to be any of those things. Now, even in high school, I said I wanted to be a crime scene investigator. And if I went through with that, okay, at least I'm getting paid for it. But I don't want my love life based around having to bust somebody. I should be getting paid as much time as I put in to bust these men on their lies and deception. And then when I bust them and I have proof and I hold them accountable, I'm crazy. I'm unhinged. I'm psycho. I'm off my rocker. I'm neurotic. I'm stupid. I'm just crazy. I'm a crazy girlfriend. I'm a crazy ex-girlfriend because I figured them out. And I didn't tolerate their bullshit and disrespect. That makes me unhinged. But again, I'm a domestic violence survivor. And I whistle blow And I don't care. You disrespect women, I'm going to air your dirty laundry out. You disrespect women, I'm going to tell people who you are. And my quote, you'll hear it on my other podcast. If you don't want somebody to think or know that you are a shitty person, wait for it. It's really simple. Just wait. Give it that drama. Let it build up. Don't be a shitty person. I mean, why is it that hard? Why is it that hard, ladies and gentlemen? You don't want someone knowing something that you're shady and sneaky and a piece of shit. Why be one? You know, the best part about being a transparent person, you know what that is? You never have to remember your lies. Now, it didn't hit me until the other day. When I was in high school and I would go to a party or I would do something I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing, my mom would say, if you do something and you know you're going to be in trouble, you better tell me before I hear it from somebody else. You're going to be in worse trouble. Well, I've carried that through life. I'm an open book. I'm transparent. I will tell myself before somebody else gets to. I put myself out there. I am who I am. You take it or leave it. You see what you get. Don't like me? Move down the road. I lost myself for a while and I finally got myself back. People don't like it. People encouraged me and said, Tiff, you really got to cut people off. You really got to set boundaries for yourself. I did it. And those people that encouraged me to do it, I had to do it to them and they didn't like it. Imagine that. Wow. So I tell men, I give them fair warning. Don't turn me into an FBI investigator. Don't lie to me, because when I find out and I ask you already and you lie right to my face and I find out later that you lied, it's going to be hell to pay down the road. And I give them, like, I don't know if they're stupid or if they don't hear me. Maybe they're Helen Keller and they pretend they're deaf, dumb, and blind, or they like it as a challenge, like they want to call my bluff. And then when I fuck the world up, they're like, I can't believe you did that. You're crazy. It's like, I've been through abuse. I've been cheated on. I'll figure it out because I always do. I always find out everything. So when I tell you that from the beginning and you want to play call my bluff, and then you find out the hard way, I don't want to hear you playing victim and crying and whining and upset that your ass got called out and your dirty laundry got put out and your entire image is ruined because you decided to be a piece of shit. I warned you from day one and you wanted to test the waters and you played stupid games. You get stupid prizes. I am transparent. And if I tell you, if you do this and I'm going to react this way and you do those things and I react this way, don't get mad. It's not my fault I'm a genuine person and you're a lying piece of shit. That ain't my problem. That's a you problem. So that really gets me unhinged is I am who I am. I give people warning. Sometimes it takes a few years, but when I snap and I put you in your place and I hold you accountable and I have self-respect and I stick up for myself and I use my voice and all of a sudden I'm crazy. No, it's your manipulative, gaslighting, narcissistic asshole who cheats and lies and abuses women. That's the truth. So, but, let's block me and let's erase me and let's tell everybody that I'm the problem, even though you cheat on your wife with 2 different girlfriends or you abuse your girlfriend and you have another girl in your house and she's on a cruise, or you hit on my friends and then I show you the proof and you say, believe whatever you want, but I have the proof right in front of me. What? I mean, those are just a few things I've dealt with, but what? Those are 3 different men. I'm crazy. You hit on my friends. You hit me, had another girl in my house while I was on a cruise. And then this one lied to me, said he wasn't working it out with his wife, because they were living separately, going to counseling, and then had 2 other girlfriends, me included, on the side, but told us he wasn't working out with his wife, told me he wasn't seeing anybody, told the other girl he wasn't seeing anybody, and told his wife he wasn't seeing anybody. But I'm crazy. I ruined his reputation. I ruined their lives. I ruined their marriages. I ruined their image. No, put the blame and shame on the abuser. I only knew what I knew when I had the information while I did it. If I would have known that these men were like this, I would not have partook in that. Partook, I don't know how you say it. So enough on that. But it really, clearly, you can see it makes me go unhinged. And I love knowing that my ex lives in fear that I might open my mouth. One has a PFA on him. You keep abusing me and keep doing this, keep doing that. Well, he landed himself a nice PFA with the Luzerne County Municipal Court building. I bet that didn't go the way he expected it to go. And, this is where my ADD is going to come into play because I just thought of Christmas. I hate Christmas. I'm a Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving girl, and I like Halloween, but I don't like Christmas. I didn't like it since I was a little kid. It makes me depressed. I don't know why. It's sad. It's depressing. It's lonely. It's cold. It's miserable. I don't like it. Even when I was a kid, my brother would have to drag me out by my feet well, Tiff, the prisons are downstairs. And I'd be like, let me sleep. They'll be there in 6 hours. Like, leave me alone. I don't know. That used to bother me a lot. And what really gets me at Christmas time, it's not the music. It's not, there's two things that get me, that make me unhinged. It's not the Christmas songs. It's not the lights. Well, I take that back. It is the lights. It's not the Christmas songs. It's not the cookies. It's not the shows, the movies. It's Christmas lights not matching and people losing all awareness in the stores. Like, they don't see you. They don't hear you. They don't recognize you. They don't acknowledge you. And they're just bumping into everybody. They're getting pissed off because they waited till last minute to buy something. Now they can't buy their wife something because they waited till the day of Christmas to go into a store to buy their wife something. And now they don't have anything, and now he's going to look like a piece of shit. Or you have the mom waiting until last minute to do the last minute Christmas shopping, even though she knows Christmas is on the same day of the year, every single year on December 25th. I have friends who put presents aside all year long, not wait till the last minute. And then you get pissed off when the stores no longer carry your shit because you are a procrastinator and you waited too long. And then you're in the mall and you're walking into people, you're huffing and puffing, your cart's hitting me in the back of my legs, you're cutting people off in line. You're cutting people off in the aisles. And there's just no awareness. It's ignorance. It looks like a bunch of Walking Dead zombies just walking around. Like, you have it's like that movie Idiocracy. That's what this world reminds me of. But besides that, the awareness, it's the driving around the holidays. This again, let's wait until December 24th to go finish our shopping because we've only had 364 days to get everything we needed for Christmas, but we wait till the last minute. And we cause accidents up on Kidder Street and Muncie Street. We flip our cars because we don't know how to drive in the snow and ice. And we're struggling to make ends meet because this economy sucks. But let's put everything expensive under the tree and go broke and put ourselves in credit card debt just to make sure my kid has the top of the line iPhone and shoes. This is why I hate Christmas. I have not bought people Christmas presents in probably 16 years. And people are like, how can you do that? Simple. I just don't do it. Like, I don't participate in the holiday shit. I like the dinner, I like the movies and all that, but I don't go out of my way to buy presents for people. If I see something throughout the year, I'll buy it right then and there and give it to them. I don't wait just because something's a holiday. It feels forced. It feels obligated. I don't like it. And I tell people the same thing, like, don't buy me shit just because it's Christmas. Like, the world we live in, I can't afford to buy people Christmas presents. And I'm not a big Christmas person, so I'm not going to be buying presents. It's just the way I've been, and I've been that way for 16 years, and it's not going to change. But the biggest thing I hate about Christmas, and it's bothered me since I was in high school, is the Christmas lights that don't match. And when I say that, I mean one window's blinking, one window's rainbow, the roof trim is done in chasing lights, the bush is green, the door trim is done in blue, and the mailbox is done in yellow. Like, I understand. People do with what they have. Cool. No shame in it. But it still pisses me. Like, it just aggravates me. It's like, it's an OCD thing. Either do all white, all rainbow, all chasing, all blinking, or don't. Or do one solid color, or don't. I can't handle seeing lights that just thrown up in a tree that look like they're half-assed. Or half the porch is icicle lights chasing, and the other half is just rainbow just sitting there. What? I don't understand. Like, okay, I mean, if that's all you can afford, okay, that's cool. I'm not dogging you for it. You still want to give your kids a nice Christmas, and the lights are fun and cheerful. But it doesn't take away the fact that it pisses me off because I have OCD. And I just want to go and rip everybody's Christmas decorations down and put up like one set. If I could and I could afford it, I would just donate Christmas lights to people. But then I don't want to offend them because I don't want them to think that I'm judging them. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I'm not judging their living situation. I'm just judging that these things don't match, and it upsets me. Like, makes me unhinged. Just stupid shit that makes me unhinged. That's probably my biggest pet peeve. If you can learn anything about me, it's Christmas, man. Like, and I love Valentine's Day. People come into my house, it looks like Cupid just puked all over the place. I have the hearts, I have the garland, I have the stickers, I have the window clings, I have the everything. I even make a Christmas tree Valentine's Day. I is red, pink, purple, white everywhere in my house. It's my all-time favorite holiday. And people are like, I hate Valentine's Day because I have a boyfriend that treats me like shit, or a girlfriend that treats me like shit, or I'm single and I'm going to be a Grinch and ruin it for everybody else. When I love Valentine's Day, I kick off Valentine's Day the day after Christmas until Valentine's Day. Like, all you kick off Christmas the day after Halloween, all the way through New Year's Eve. So I have my Valentine's Day, which is my Christmas. And people are like, why are you decorating Valentine's Day? So you can decorate Christmas, on Halloween. But I have to wait until February to do Valentine's Day? No. don't even decorate for Christmas. Like, you come to my house, you think I'm Jewish. I don't have a tree. I don't have nothing. You come to my house for Valentine's Day. Holy shit. And I have been fucked over for every Valentine's Day since 2009, ladies and gentlemen. Either abandoned, walked out on, forgotten about, cheated on. Someone felt obligated to do something because they waited till last minute. I had to bitch them out for it. Another one did it for an act. Another one just pretended like the day didn't exist, knowing fully it's my favorite day of the year. So I still found ways to celebrate it. My mom sends me flowers every year. Her and my grandma have made it special since I was a little kid. I have friends. I have coworkers. I have animals. I have family I can love. I can love myself. I don't need a partner to celebrate Valentine's Day. Just like I don't buy Christmas presents for people just because it's expected to. See, I'm more of, I'm not going to follow the crowd. I don't do what people expect me to do. I do it the way I want to do it. And it pisses people off, actually. It really aggravates people. And because I step outside the norm, I'm a rebel with the clause, but I'm not a follower. I never have been. I walk to the beat of my own drum, especially with Christmas. I'm a little drummer boy. But I mean, again, the reason why this is the Unhinged Ginger is because I have ADD. And I go from 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds. And it could be because I'm really happy or because I'm really pissed off or I'm really depressed or I'm really sad or I'm really just overwhelmed and overstimulated. So when I'm unhinged, it doesn't mean like I'm suffering from a mental illness. It just really depends on how I feel that day. Now, I do have anxiety and depression I struggle with, but I've never been diagnosed with anything else. And I just go off the rails. When I'm pissed off or I'm passionate about something, it sounds like I'm going off the rails. It sounds like I'm on hinge. When I'm trying to make a point, I'm trying to get my point across, it comes out very aggressive, very passionate, very demanding lecture, I guess, dictatorial, but it's not my intention. It's just when I get heated up or I get passionate about something, it sounds like I'm going off the rails. And that's fine. I mean, we can be like Ozzy Osbourne and we can go off the rails of a crazy train. I mean, why not? Why not? So not only do I have a podcast of true crime, now I have one that's the Unhinged Ginger. And it took me forever to figure out a theme because I wanted to do one that was just random shit. Just random. Kind of like this one. But I didn't really have a rhyme or a reason to do an episode and it was kind of like pulled teeth. So I scrapped it. Then I started one called Turning the Corner. And I wanted it to be based around like hope, healing, humanity, nonprofits, not-for-profits, missing people, domestic violence. But then I felt like it's overlapping too much with my true crime podcast. And I spent a lot of time reading and watching things about true crime, domestic violence, missing persons. And it does take a mental toll on you after a while. When you're interviewing people and you're hearing their sad stories or you're watching documentaries or whatever, I needed something that was fun and uplifting. Not that my true crime one is fun. It's very fun. But something that I can just blow steam off on and be like, this pissed me off today. So like, what pissed you off today, Tiff? Like, there's always something, I promise. So you might get a lot of episodes, or on a quiet month, you might get a few, or you might not get any. So you just never know. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get with me. And some call me Tornado Tiff. When I make an entrance somewhere, you know I'm around. Either I'm spilling something, I'm walking into something, I'm dropping something, I'm hitting something and it knocks off the shelf. I'm loud. It's just, that's who I am. It's my nature. I'm not delicate. I'm not some delicate flower. I'm an unhinged ginger, and every freckle I have represents a soul I have stolen. And people want to give me that stereotype because I'm a redhead that I have a low tolerance for stupidity, or my patience is very thin, or I go from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. That's, right on the head, fire in the bed, or, which I haven't heard any complaints. So, I always date guys that are at least 6 foot and over because I'm 5'8", 5'9", and I've always had a thing for really tall men. It's my thing. And if they're not over like 6'1", 6'2", I usually will not. I mean, one of my last exes was like 5'10", 6 foot. And I'm like, how did you get into this mix? But there's reasons. There's reasons why I take men that are over 6 feet tall. And there's reasons why men like girls with big butts or big boobs. Put the clues together. There's reasons why guys like girls that are blonde, that are redheads, that are whatever, dress up as cats. I mean, whatever floats your boat. But I have no idea where I was going with that. That's the Unhinged Ginger for you. I don't even know where I was going with that. I have no idea. That's my ADD. And this is what you're this is what you're in for, because I just have no idea where I was going with that. Well, we were talking about things we like. Redheads. So did you guys know that redheads have a really high pain tolerance? So they actually have to give us more anesthesia than most people. They have to give us more Novocaine than most people. We have a higher pain tolerance than most people. We are considered mutants. I am also Rh negative factor, meaning my baby, if the sperm and my egg meet up and the sperm is not a negative blood type, my body will actually attack the fetus like it's a virus and try to kill it. So I would have to have a shot before I got pregnant, 20 some weeks into pregnancy, and right after. And I have green eyes, and I'm ambidextrous. Like, I am an alien, like, legit. So I have a lot of traits, and I have a lot of stereotypical traits. But you know what? The other day, something that kind of pissed me off. I'm looking online, and I see now people are making it a fashion statement not to wear mascara. And they're like, oh, ghost lashes are a thing. I've had ghost lashes since I was born. I'm a redhead. Now all of a sudden, because Pamela Anderson's doing it, it's a thing. Or a few years ago, freckles were the thing. People were getting them tattooed on their faces or drawing them on. I'm like, I got bullied for this shit when I was in school. Where now people are going out spending a lot of money to dye their hair red, and they will never get a natural red color. And that's another thing about redheads. Our hair doesn't pigment as long as others, so we have to get our hair dyed even like a lot more to keep color in. But I hated my red hair growing up. Now I love it. But yeah, now you want to say that freckles and ghost lashes are attractive and they're in the thing. I was bullied for that when I was a kid. And I was made to feel like an outcast and that no guys would like me because I had red hair. And I was always the oddball in the room because I had red hair. You know what the best part about having red hair is? I don't have to shave my legs every day like you guys do. Because if the sun's not hitting my legs, you can't see if I have to shave or not. And it's a thing across redheads that we all love. Now, I don't go more than a day or 2, 3 days max not shaving my legs because I can't stand the feeling. But if I go out in public and I didn't shave that day, you're not going to see the stubble on my legs. Because guess what? It's ghost hair legs, like ghost lashes. And I don't have to shave. You do, because you have those brown stubs on your legs and kneecaps. I don't. Another thing about me is I look like I have no eyelashes, ghost lashes, because they are red. But I have really long lashes, and everybody always makes a compliment to me. Oh my God, what kind of mascara do you use? Oh my God, are those your real lashes? And one time I was working at a department store at Christmas time, and this old lady was like, are your lashes real? And I'm like, do you want me to wash them off in front of you? And she just kind of stared at me because like I was so sick and tired of people asking me if my lashes were real. So yeah, they're real. I use like, I'm trying to think, Rimmel, Riel is the brand. $6 to $8 at a pharmacy. That's the brand I use, ladies and gentlemen. I just know how to put the mascara on the right way. I know what kind to use, and I don't use waterproof because that just clumps your eyes and it doesn't come off. It makes your eyes, I think waterproof makes eyelashes look like shit. And I use very average mascara. It's just how I apply it and the type of wand I use. That's it. There's no secret. I am ambidextrous, like I said. I can do everything with both hands except right. When I play sports, I use my left hand for baseball, hockey, and golf. You put it in my right hand, ain't happening. I can drive with my left hand, do my hair with my left hand, do my makeup with my left hand, eat with my left hand. I just can't write. And every time I go to the dentist, it sucks because he knows now. He comes in and he's like, well, I'm giving you more Novocaine than normal because I know I'm going to have to come back in here in 10 minutes anyway. And now it's like I'm becoming immune to that dose. Now he has to give me even more. Then my whole face feels like it's rotting off like the clown Twisty from American Horror Story, where if I bit my lip enough, I would rip my face off and I don't even feel it. It would just be walking around with no jaw because he has to give me so much. I really don't know how else to describe it, but he has to give me so much Novocaine that I could bite and eat my face off and I wouldn't even feel it. And then when it starts to come back, like the feeling, and when your foot's starting to wake up, my whole face feels like that, and it's so annoying. But yeah, imagine Twisty from American Horror Story Freak Show when he takes the mask off and his whole part of his lips down or is just missing. That's how it will be if he keeps giving me too much. And I'm just sitting here like gnawing on my lip. I'm not gonna have a face. But that's some of the things redheads struggle with. And we don't have to shave our legs as much as you guys. Sucks to suck. No, but really, it took me a while to really appreciate my red hair. My mom used to say growing up, don't cut your hair. Don't dye your hair. Don't touch your hair. And then what do? Because I have to do everything opposite of my mom says. I cut my hair off and dye it, and it never grew back thick and long and red again. I actually have the diet red now. Like, it still comes in like strawberry blonde, but I cannot get it back to that red that it naturally was in high school. And because of all the trauma I've been through and hormones, this, that, and the other medications, my hair is thinned out really bad and I can't get it to grow. Like, if it gets to my shoulders, it looks like a rat tail because it's so thin and it just sits and like hangs and there's just no body to it. So I have to keep it short and it really pisses me off because I tried to get extensions one time and they tied them in, but my hair's so fine that the extensions were too heavy pulling on my hair and it was breaking my real hair off. So when they took the extensions out, I felt like I had no hair left. I was crying so hard. Luckily, I went to another stylist and she fixed it and I said never again. So if I do get extensions again, I'm getting the ones I can pop in and pop out. You ain't touching it. Yeah, I just went over a lot of shit. That's my brain, guys. Like, my brain goes from one thing to the next. Like, I feel like I have like 50 tabs open at once in my head. Like, one has true crime, one has the weather, one has my bank, one has, you know, what happened on this day in 1965, one has quotes to a song, one has meanings of a song, one has, you know, how much it costs to go to Hawaii. Another one is moving trucks. Another one is books. Like, and then it's kind of going around in a circle and it just never stops. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. That's kind of like my mind all the time. And the people are like, why are you so tired? Well, gee, I wonder why. So I do take medication that helps keep me focused for the most part. But when I get like really hyped up or I'm manic, I'm like, yeah, I'll just keep going and going and going and going. Probably like I am right now, but I haven't done a podcast in a while, so I can talk pretty fast without taking a breath and get my point across, and then I'm exhausted. So I am in the middle of moving, and I'm trying to do one room at a time, but with ADD, I'm packing different things in different rooms at different times. So now I have these random boxes all over the place and piles of shit everywhere, and I'm just like, I'm making more of a mess than if I just went and packed one room at a time. But to me, chaos is normal. So if my whole house is a disaster, it's only going to make me pack it faster because I don't want to sit in the mess. So it's kind of like I do it to myself. Like, it's just, it works for me. I'm a very structured person. Routine. I need routine and structure. But when it comes to stuff like this, like, just let me do it the way I need to do it. It will get done. It's going to get done a lot faster letting me do it my way. The unorganized way, the unhinged way. I made myself laugh. Sometimes I'm the funniest person I know. Like, I'm sitting here cracking myself up and nobody's in my room and I'm just talking like things I say. My uncle's like that too and my cousin. Like, we'll laugh at our own stuff so much, but I have to at this point in my life because this is shit I witnessed and experienced no one would believe. Like, so I just think to myself, what is this real life? Is this real life? Like, if you guys knew what went on in my life the past 17 years, you'd be like, how are you still functioning? That's that word I hate, resilience. It's not a strength. It's not. I shouldn't have to live in survival mode and be resilient every day of my life. Well, that just ties up the first episode of the Unhinged Ginger. It's just a little taste of what's coming because, again, I could be driving, having a good day, and then all of a sudden someone pisses me off and I'm going to go, podcast. You never know. I'm going to try to do one once a week at least, but you might get multiple. You might not get any. It just really depends how I feel. Because there's times I go, I'm not going to force myself to do a podcast if I'm not in the mood, obviously, because I don't half-ass anything. But you might get 2 in a night. You might get 3 in a week. You might get 4 in a month. I mean, you really don't know because it's unhinged. And we're here to have fun. We're here to make fun of things, not people. We're here to laugh. We're here to take life not so seriously. And just remember one thing. You don't have to agree with me, but you have to respect me. That's my quote. I don't really have an intro or an outro yet. This is my first episode. It will come in time like I did with true crime, but it's also unhinged. So it's not really supposed to be like so professionally and, formatted. It's just unhinged. I'm winging it. And I hope I made somebody laugh. I hope y'all don't think I'm completely unhinged or off the rails. But if you do, then I guess I served my purpose. I got voted biggest klutz in my senior class. I'm that person that falls up the steps. I'm that person that when you take me into a store with fine china and crystal, do not touch anything. Don't even take me in there because something will fall off the shelf and it will break because my purse will hit it. I'll back into it. It's always something. Like, and people who know me know I'm a klutz. So I'm going to wrap this up because I'm tired and I need to get some shit done. But I'm probably not because I have ADD and I'm probably just going to go lay in bed and bed rot and watch TV because it's almost 7 o'clock and I'm tired. I want to get up early and work. But thank you for tuning in. I hope I entertained you. I hope I amused you. I'm not a clown, but can if you want me to be. And I hope you tune in more. Give me some ideas. Send me some ideas on Facebook. Follow me, Unhinged Ginger. Look for the red head with the peace sign and green letters. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Just send me a DM. Let me know what pisses you off, and maybe it will piss me off, and then I can rant about it. Maybe I'll even have you on my show. I'd like to do some debates. I'd like to get it real unhinged, but of respecting each other, of course, even though we have differences. Yeah, send me some ideas. Because I'm sure once you send me something, I'll be like, oh yeah, that pisses me off. Or, oh man, that makes me so upset. Or, oh God, that aggravates me. Or, you'll never believe what happened today. Or if you want to share your stories with me anonymously and tell me the most unhinged shit that's happened in your life and you want me to read it on my podcast, I will. And I don't have to say names. Or I will. It's whatever you'd like. It's almost like that radio show, Delilah. If you want to write in some letters and have me read them on the show, I don't mind. Make sure they're unhinged. Try to dig deep down and think about all the unhinged shit that's happened in your life, or things that made you go off the rails, or things that you just can't stand, things that are your biggest pet peeve, things that just piss you off for no rhyme or reason. Send them my way. We'll talk. Again, this is the Unhinged Ginger. You don't have to agree with me, but you gotta respect me.